really this stuff right here is pretty interesting, man, because this is something that I kind of predicted, or I wouldn't say predict, but something I kind of was expecting in the near future. You just have to close down the curtains a little bit because I'm literally in my living room. Freaking neighbors are gonna see me like, what the hell is this guy? But it don't matter, man. It's all good. But yeah, man. Hope some of you guys tune in, man. Pretty interesting stuff here, man. This morning I woke up. Um, I woke up and I saw this post right here, and I will be. I kind of tried looking for other sources, but I really couldn't. I couldn't find any other ones other than this one place, which I'm about to show you guys. Um, but yeah, guys. I mean, supposedly we are getting a Halloween 3 Season of the Witch remake. Now, like I said, this is something that kind of I think if I go back probably about 3 years ago, maybe a little more, man. I made a video back when I was kind of doing a little bit more discussions. I think it was around the time I came out with the video horror movie crossovers, which is that pretty good video, man. A lot of people till this day still watch that, man, and still comment, which is kind of crazy to me. But around that time, man, I was doing discussions. I made a discussion video about this topic right here, and I never uploaded it. If I go back to my uploads, I'm pretty sure it's still there. I think it's on private, you know. So obviously, I never released it. But pretty much, man, in that video, my thoughts about this right here, man. For since a few years ago, um, a lot of people not are not really digging the whole idea. Like to me, even back then, like I said, I think for because we have to admit, man, that Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, it has grown on people. Throughout the years, I believe it was the movie flopped. When it came out, it wasn't as successful, and that's simply because of Michael Myers, uh, having nothing to do with it. And of course, that wasn't John Carpenter's main idea. Like with Halloween 2, he wanted to finish with Myers, and for Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, he wanted to continue like different Halloween stories. And then that's when Season of the Witch came into play, which, like I said, throughout the years, it's grown on people. Uh, I've always liked the movie. I don't think it's a great film, like a classic. Um, I mean, you could say it's a cult classic because, like I said, throughout the years, man, it has grown on people, and it's gained a bigger, fan base. Because at one point, man, it was probably one of the most shitted on Halloween movies. But if you look at it as its own thing, this is what I've always said. If you guys look at Halloween Season of the Witch as its own thing, it's a pretty decent movie. It's a pretty good movie. If they took out Halloween 3 in the title and just would have released it as Season of the Witch, it definitely would have done better. It definitely would have done better, uh, if you ask me. So here, I'm gonna show you guys. I guess we have come to the point where they decided to finally take this idea into consideration. And of course, coming off of Halloween Ends, supposedly Halloween ended. And this seemed kind of interesting, man, because also a lot of people have asked me, and I've made videos, live streams talking about it. What do you think is the next step for them? What do you think is the next step after Halloween ends? What do you think they would do in the franchise? And I've always said this. Um, Either they're gonna make a completely reboot, um, a completely reimagining of the Halloween, or they're either or I said, well, this is what I would love to see. Excuse me, my personal opinion. What I would love to see personally, uh, I would like to see a direct sequel to Halloween 4, man. And I believe Blumhouse, the guys behind Blumhouse, I guess they kind of touched on that idea, because I believe one of the guys was talking about it with Daniel Harris, if I'm not mistaken. But that's what I personally would love to see. Now, if this is true right here, and it's crazy, man, because we already got a release date as well, supposedly. But if this is true right here, the Season of the Witch um, remake, it's not a bad idea, guys. Especially in my opinion. All right, especially coming off of Halloween Ends, which is supposedly the end, um, and then they would follow it up with Season of the Witch. I think it's a pretty um, okay. Now the idea of okay, the way they how it's going in order. You know, they finished with the Laurie timeline, the little trilogy, and then they would move on to a remake of Season of the Witch, which makes sense if you ask me. I think that's pretty legit. You know. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to find the freaking page of this. I'm hoping they did not take it down. I will be giving the channel because it's. I saw it on YouTube. You know how on YouTube on the community page or whatever, people post posts. Well, this channel I've been watching for years, man. And this guy here, I found this channel. Uh, go to his community. I'm hoping it's legit. Like I said, man. Okay, here we go. I found it. I found the little article. So, like I said, guys, I'm not sure if this is fake or real. It looks. I kind of get feelings. It's official. It's real. Like I said, I tried looking it up on other sources. Nothing much came out. And I kind of waited a little bit, because when I saw this in the morning, the guy had just posted it like 10 minutes ago, so there wasn't really much to it. But my whole opinion, my whole thoughts on the whole season. By the way, if you guys are tuned in, um, leave your comments down below, man. What do you guys think about a Season of the Witch remake? Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it would work in today's world, in today's modern world? A reimagining, a reboot of Season of the Witch. Back to my old video, which I never dropped because I made literally a video discussing this subject, this matter, and I pretty much mentioned, man, that I would go watch a Halloween Season of the Witch remake. Like I said, the first one, some people say to leave it alone. The first one, the original, is good as it is, and I always agree on that, man. If you got something that's pretty great, or I wouldn't say Season of the Witch is great, but something that has kind of stood the test of time. People still talk about H3 till this day. Like it's grown a fan base. Then it's better to leave it alone, man. But when it comes to Season of the Witch, um, like I wouldn't mind the remake, and the reason being is because, like I mentioned, the original wasn't the greatest, and of course, it'll be better to be left alone. Um, but the reason I wouldn't mind it, man, is because, like I said, Season of the Witch wasn't as successful back in the day when it came out. So I feel now they could probably pull this off by, coming out with something legit and something interesting, man. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna change a lot of things up, because there's a lot of things in those movies that were like, eh. So I could see that. I could see them kind of switching things up, kind of, so they could adapt to the modern times. And I wouldn't mind that, guys. Like I said, I hate remakes. I hate when they come out with remakes. But like I said, when it comes to Season of the Witch, man, I don't think it's the biggest deal because it's not one of those classic movies that you could say would be ruined. To some people, of course, it would be ruined, man, because a lot of people love that film. But check this out, man. Since the concept of and like I said, I've always said this, the concept of Season of the Witch, the whole idea was pretty decent. Like I said, the film could have been better, but the whole idea, the concept, I think it was it was pretty good, man. But at that time, it wasn't as the audiences didn't receive it as they just wanted to see Michael Myers, So since this concept is really different, it has to do with like the silver shamrock, the masks and all this stuff, man. I think a modern reimagining of this could work, man, because there's a lot of effects and stuff that they couldn't use back in the day, because it was, of course, the early '80s, and now, man, technology we're in like the technology is crazy, man. So I could see them kind of improving it, doing stuff they couldn't back in the '80s, with special effects and all that, because this is one of those movies, it has special effects. It's like more of a bigger idea, more of a bigger concept than the regular Halloween movie. So that's the main reason why I wouldn't mind seeing a remake, man, because I could see them, and that's if they have people who care about it. Like if people who are behind this project are just doing it for the fuck of it, just for the money, just for, since I'm pretty sure, well, I hope it doesn't have Halloween 3 in the title. I hope they learn their lesson. I hope it's just titled Season of the Witch. And I think that's the best idea. But if they were to call it again Halloween Season of the Witch, most likely, man, these people behind the project, they're just going to shit on it, man. And they're just going to try to pull whatever out, man, just so they can make money off Halloween, man. Halloween is a big franchise, it's a big title. So I really hope that's not the case, man. I really hope we have some people behind this project that care about it, that you could say are fans of the original, and like I said, just make a more updated, advanced, and updated version, modern version of Season of the Witch, man. And like I said, I could see it working, man. I could see it working, especially the type of movie Halloween 3 was. I could see it happening in today's world, man. And I could kind of also see it kind of being a little bit more successful than the first one when it came out. But I really hope, man, they don't really try to connect it with the Halloween franchise. Like, for example, let's say Blumhouse comes out with this, um, which not too bad, I think maybe Blumhouse would have been better for this movie than three Michael Myers movies. But let's say Blumhouse comes out with this, right? They still own, coming off the Halloween trilogy. Um, a lot of people might think it's the same timeline, and it could be maybe same story, same universe, or whatever you want to call it, but of course it has to do with another scenario. It doesn't have to do with Michael Myers. um, so let's say Blumhouse comes out with this movie. um, I wouldn't, like, excuse me, guys. Like, I wouldn't, like, it would just be awkward, man, if they were to put it under Halloween, man, because I know it's good for marketing, promotion. People will be more interested, of course. Or maybe, man, because of course, I have a feeling they will switch a lot of things up. Maybe Michael Myers could be involved with this, man. Maybe, since this is all one universe, one world. Maybe for this Season of the Witch version, they'll throw Myers in there. Maybe Myers is kind of involved in there, related. Maybe end Season of the Witch off with like an Easter egg or something that will have us, that will have us, excited and looking forward to the next installment. Now, this will be interesting, man. If they were to do this Season of the Witch remake and end it off on a good note. Like, let's say this remake comes out, and then after that we get a direct sequel to Halloween 4, man. Like, that's pretty smart, if they were to like release like how they were in order. um I don't know, man. That'll be pretty cool. I want to show you guys this. So shout out, like I said, I've been watching this guy for a long time, for many years, man. Probably even before I started YouTube. The Myers fan 25. You guys, if you guys don't know, you guys should go subscribe, man. Because he has a pretty cool channel, man. He has some good content. He's one of those channels that kind of always have, the updates, the news, the Halloween stuff. And so this is where I got this from, his channel. This is his channel right here, the Myers Fan 25. So you guys could go subscribe to him. This is what he posted this morning, man. He captions, this better not mean what it this better not mean what I think it does. So I guess it's this Twitter page, and I think it's Twitter. I don't know. I looked on Instagram because I don't have Twitter, so I didn't really look it up. But look, coming from the Halloween movie page, and I went on Instagram, and since I follow the Halloween movie page, I went on Instagram. They did not have nothing but Halloween movie page, hashtag Fear the Witch. No more Michael Myers. No more Laurie Strode. No more Haddonfield. Next Halloween, Fear the Witch. 10/13/23. So October 13, 2023, we are supposedly getting the remake to Season of the Witch. Interesting stuff, man. Interesting stuff. When I saw this, man, I was like, it had me curious, man. It had me interested. There's a little picture. I believe that's from the original H3. But this is some interesting stuff, man. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like I said, I saw this post and I knew I had to make a live stream about it. I just had to let you guys know. So if you guys are watching this later on, I would love for you guys to leave your predictions and your thoughts in the comments down below, because this is interesting, man. Like, it got me curious. Um, like, I'm not sure if this is true. Here, we'll take a look at some of these comments that they left, other YouTubers. I hope we don't get a. So yeah, of course it's divided, man. I've Some people don't want to see a remake like this guy right here, which is fine. I understand completely. Um, where was this? Here, a fan posted it. It looks legit. So yeah, man. To some people, it's looking legit. I don't know, man. What do you guys think? And if I go on Google, because like I said, I tried looking it up somewhere else. I couldn't find nothing. Here, let's look up. See if any other articles, any other news come out. So yeah, man, that's my whole take on it. Um, they could have. I mean, I don't mind it, guys. Especially if they could improve it, if they could do something good with it, I don't mind, man. Because it's one of those films, man, that could definitely. I wouldn't say it needs a upgrade. I don't think it needs a new remake, but I think there's a chance there. There's a shot there. They could probably make it bigger than it was, man. Like I said, they're gonna twist things up in the storyline. They're gonna twist things up, and maybe those things that they switch up, it could be something bigger, man. That could lead to something. Who knows, man? Who really does know? Um, but yeah, man, this stuff is interesting. You see, nothing doesn't really come out, man. I'm not sure if this is because if it was announced, if it was like I'm gonna go on Twitter. Let's see what comes out, because I believe that's where they got the post. But um, I mean, if it was really announced, man, they would have. I think it would have been everywhere, man. Bloody disgusting. A lot of these big horror, these horror websites, these horror places. But yeah, man, this is interesting, guys. So that's my whole take on it. That's my personal opinion. I wouldn't mind it. Like I said, I know a lot of people don't really. A lot of people might not dig the whole idea. But hey, man, sometimes we just gotta give. Like, I know all the time, man. There's movies that come out that we never asked for, that we don't want to see, man. But we we still check them out, because us as fans, we are curious, man. And especially when it comes to the Halloween franchise, um, I'm all in for it, guys. I'm all in. And like I said, man, I really hope they learn from the mistakes they might have done in 1981 or 82 when the movie came out. and they could do something great, man. Like honestly, I would be kind of upset if they were like. I'm hoping they switch some things up, man. I wouldn't want to see a shot by shot remake. Like I really wouldn't want to see like I wouldn't want to see a knockoff like of what's his name? What's his name? The main character in Halloween 3, man. Because he's an iconic actor, man, and I can't remember his name from the top. Tommy Lee Wallace. I could be wrong, and I apologize if I'm wrong. But since he was such an icon, like he's one of the main standouts in the original H3, and he's such an iconic actor, man. Like he's been in a lot of classic horror films. So I wouldn't want to see like a reimagining of his character. Like if they were to do this, man, I say if they were to use a guy like him for the main character for the movie, just make a new character off scratch, man. Because I think that's kind of and I know every remake does this. They remake their characters unless they switch up the characters and stuff like that. But he's one of them, man, that I don't think it's necessary. It's not necessary because that was such an iconic role. It was such an iconic part, man, that I don't think it could be like matched. It can't be replaced. That's just my thoughts. But yeah, guys. I mean, like I don't mind it, guys. I personally don't mind it. Um, and when I say I hope, like I'm looking forward to that they update it with the effects and all that. I don't mean like all this CGI crap. No, of course, they're gonna use CGI here and there, touch ups. Like I said, the movie season of the witch, it has to do with all that. That's the whole concept of it. So I hope they don't do too much over the top shit because that's when it'll be like, what the fuck? Come on now. But I mean, hey man, it is what it is. I just wanted to hop on here, man, let you guys know. I will leave this live stream up once we get a little bit more news because I couldn't find any, man. Just that one article. Shout out to the Myers fan 25. I believe that was his page because that's where I got my news from. So go check out his channel, man. Later on, if we get more news or if this is a hoax or a fake thing, I'm gonna make sure to let you guys know, man. So as of now, I wouldn't say get as excited. Like me, I didn't get as excited. It was just interesting. I was just curious, because and more interesting for me, guys, because like I said earlier, this is a topic that I kind of touched on like a few years back. I just never uploaded the damn video. It's uploaded, but it's on private. And actually, I'm right now. I'm gonna end the live chat. I'm gonna go back, see if it's still there. If it's still there, and I'm gonna check the video out. Even though it's hard, I never look at my old vid. I never look at videos like what, especially my new ones, man. I upload them. I never watch them again. So I'm gonna try to find that video that's on private. If I'm gonna watch it, I'm gonna try to watch it. If it's still relevant, if I touch on some stuff that still kind of that I still kind of have the same thoughts on, I'll upload it. I'll upload it. I don't care if it's 3 years old or 4 years old. The video, I'm gonna still upload it for you guys if it's authentic, if it's legit, if it matches up to some stuff. That what I think as of now. My perspective in 2022. But yeah, guys. I mean, I just wanted to hop on here real quick. Thank you guys for you guys who tuned in. You guys can leave your comments down below, and I will be coming out with another live stream, another video. If this is a hoax or fake or whatever, or an update, if it's confirmed, stay tuned, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's the Michael Myers.